What's up, guys? Now, it's pretty clear, so clear in fact, that even a deaf, dumb, and blind person will be able to tell that Infinite Warfare is getting all the hate, while Modern Warfare Remastered is getting all the love. Now, don't get it twisted, I'm excited for both of these games. I'm a huge fan of Modern Warfare, and I think Infinite Warfare looks and sounds friggin' awesome. But I'm very skeptical of this COD 4 Remaster. Not that I don't trust Raven to do a good job, because I'm sure that they will, just because if it's a direct port, then we're all in for a little throwback to the type of bullshit that people in the community were ragging about back when this game was current. So this is going to be my top 5 reasons why I'm not looking forward to the Modern Warfare Remaster. So number 5, Overpowered Weapons. Now, people like to think that COD 4 was this perfect game, and I'll tell you right now, that is a lie. Either they have selective memory, or they've never played the game, because there was definitely guns in that game that killed way too fast. For example, the M16 with stopping power, granted, super easy single burst kills. Super easy. It also had a pretty fast fire rate for a burst weapon, so if you happen to miss your first shot, you can easily fire off a second shot and inevitably just kill your enemies. A lot of complaints on the forums for this gun. Probably more OP than that, though, was the M40A3 sniper rifle with the ACOG scope and stopping power. Essentially, this gun is a one-hit kill from any range to any part of the body. Now, it is a sniper rifle, so it has a slower rate of fire, and granted, you do have to be relatively good in order to use it effectively, but boy, oh boy, once you get used to this gun, it is a monster, and it is highly regarded as one of the most overpowered guns in that game. Like I said, if you got some skill and you know how to just aim a little bit, put an ACOG on this gun, run it with stopping power, and you will be dropping people like flies. Some other guns that will probably kill you a lot faster than you'll think is fair. The MP5 was a beast submachine gun. At close range was a monster. Even at medium to long range, if you put steady aim on it. By the way, steady aim was kind of an overpowered perk at that time, because the range it gave you for hip firing was ridiculous. Then there was an LMG that was also pretty popular, the M6003 or M60E4. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but in the right hands, this is the kind of gun that just mows the shit out of an entire team. So for anybody that thinks that Call of Duty 4 had perfect gun balance or anything like that, be prepared to be on the receiving end of these guns that I just mentioned. MP5, the M60, the M40, and the M16 assault rifle. They will kill you a lot, I'm telling you. And if you guys want to run shop, use one of these guns. You will run shop, you will run amok, and you will go fucking ham. Reason number 4. 357 kill streaks. Now, all 12 people on the battlefield have the exact same kill streak setups, and that comes at a huge negative: spamming. You're going to see a ton of UAVs, and I mean, just having to use airstrikes and choppers over and over again with no option to change or remove them, it's going to get really boring, really old, really fast. I mean, in Modern Warfare 2, they started giving us the option to select our kill streaks. They gave us a much more broader option of kill streaks. There was like 12 or 13 kill streaks in that game. And that basically diluted all the chopper spam, the airstrike spam, and most importantly, the UAV spam, which was one of the top complaints on the forums in both Modern Warfare and at World at War, because both of those had the 357 kill streak setup. It gets really annoying, guys, and without the options to change it up, I mean, you're stuck with it. And everybody on the battlefield has the same setup, so you're going to be seeing a lot of it. Reason number 3, and this is a big one, okay? I tried to kind of put these in order from like my least hated thing to my most hated thing, but it was hard to, because this is an important one. Reason number 3 is Martyrdom and Last Stand. Now, these are 2 of the most hated perks in Call of Duty history. They got their start in Modern Warfare. Now, if you don't know, I'll explain it to you. Martyrdom causes you to drop a live grenade every time you die. And if there's an enemy near it, it will kill that enemy. So basically, you get free kills after you've already died. Last Stand is very similar, but instead of an automatic kill from a live grenade or whatever, it actually lets you fall into like Last Stand position, where you have your pistol out and you can continue to engage with enemies until you're shot again. Now, being on the receiving end of either of these perks is highly enraging, okay? It's just overall infuriating, especially if you're on a high streak or if you're close to capturing an objective or something like that. Now, some of you may remember from Modern Warfare 3, they actually had these two perks as death streaks. So for martyrdom, I believe it was a 5 death streak. If you died 5 times in a row and you had this thing equipped, you would drop a live grenade that would kill anybody in the vicinity. Final Stand, which is just a variation of Last Stand, was a 6 death streak, I believe, to where if you die 6 times in a row, you get put into Final Stand. Even as a 6 death streak and a 5 death streak, they still pissed off the community so much that there was just complaints non-stop each and every day on Twitter, on the forums. I mean, it was just crazy. So, and I'm telling you right now, a lot of people run these perks in Modern Warfare. So be prepared to die after you've killed somebody by their grenade, or to have people falling in Last Stand and just picking you off with their pistols. It's going to happen, and just be prepared. It's going to piss you off. Reason number 2. And this is another one that was big complaints on the forums about this one. 3 times frags or 3 times special grenades. Now these are actually perks that you can use that enable you to have either 3 lethals or 3 tactical grenades, except for smoke bombs. Now Call of Duty 4 was known for many things. And one of those things was grenade spamming. It was starting either with Modern Warfare 2 or maybe a little later, Black Ops 1, I can't remember exactly, but they started implementing a feature in the game where you couldn't get killed by an explosive immediately off of your own spawn, because people would throw grenades right off a spawn and you get killed right off a spawn. You also weren't allowed to use your explosives until about 5 to 10 seconds into the match. Like in Black Ops 3, I don't think you can even use your grenades until like 5 seconds into the match. Not in Call of Duty 4 though. In COD 4, at the beginning of the match, it was so often just grenade fests. Like imagine if all 12 people, or maybe even 10 out of the 12 people in the lobby, each have 3 times frag equipped, and they all start lobbing them at the beginning of the match. And then all throughout the match as well. Because it's not like once you die, you don't get them back. Because once you die, you get them all back. You get all 3 of your grenades back. It's just really crazy, and it's really annoying. And there's certain parts on certain maps where you can lob grenades over buildings and hit certain like areas where there's like a car and create a car bomb. And these are spots that people kind of remembered and mastered. I can't exactly remember where they are, but I remember doing it. I remember using them on certain maps, and I'm sure if I played again, it would come back to me. But it was annoying, man. A lot of grenades in this game, and be prepared to get killed by grenades. But like I said, frags aren't only part of the issue, because the abundance of flashbangs and I can't remember if they're called concussions or stuns in this game, but those being thrown around a lot as well, also extremely annoying. I mean, more people tend to stick with the lethals over the tacticals, but still, just a lot of spamming of grenades, a lot of spamming of flashbangs, a lot of spamming of stun grenades. Really annoying, and Call of Duty 4 was known for it. So be prepared for that, guys. But on to the number 1 reason. The number 1 reason that I'm not looking forward to Modern Warfare Remastered is stopping power versus juggernaut. This was easily one of the most debated and heated topics that surrounded this game, because basically without using one of these 2 perks, you're pretty much handicapped in the battlefield. I mean, if you don't have stopping power and your enemy does, 9 times out of 10, he's going to kill you in a gunfight. If you don't have stopping power and your enemy happens to have juggernaut, 9 times out of 10, he's going to kill you in the gunfight. Now, stopping power and juggernaut do cancel each other out, but anyone who isn't using one of those 2 perks is at a severe disadvantage to anyone else who is. Now, they pretty much make the entire red perk selection useless. And FYI, if you don't know, perks like sleight of hand, overkill, and what's they call UAV jammer, they all fall within the red perk. So there's some useful perks in that category, and you're basically handicapped in every gunfight if you don't use either stopping power or juggernaut. Big, huge problems. A lot of people raged about this, and eventually that's why they got rid of those 2 perks in Call of Duty. So there you have it. That's my 5 reasons. Be prepared to rage at, MP5s with, 3 times frags and juggernaut and steady aim, M16s, last stand, M40s with ACOG scopes and martyrdom, whatever it might be, just know that Modern Warfare has many issues and flaws. Now, don't get me wrong, please. I still love that game, okay? I still love that game, and I'm normally not one to complain about any of these sorts of things, but the community isn't as forgiving as I am, and if they, or you, think that this game is going to be some sort of paradise or some elite Call of Duty experience, then you're in for a rude awakening. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. Leave a like and a comment if you dig my shit. Let me know if you played Modern Warfare. Were there things that totally got on your nerves? But that's going to be it for me for now. I'm Vile Self. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, villains. Later.